online games from 1995. And welcome everyone in chat. So, here we go.
Torin! Now, where is he? Torin, when are you gonna grow up? You pick up those tools from town like I told you?
I thought I'd do that tomorrow.
No, I need them in the morning. You get into town right now.
Yes, sir.
Hurry home, Torin. Don't be late for dinner.
Okay, Mom. This isn't what I want in life. I should be a hero. Heroes don't run errands. Right, Boogle? Hey, Boogle. Boogle! Asleep again? Ah, Boogle. Is this all my life will ever be? Running errands to this little town? I just don't want to live my life without ever having lived my life.
Chapter 1, The Lands Above.
No! They never hurt anyone! What happened?
I saw it. I saw everything.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
I was just passing by when all that started. I was so scared I hid behind your barn.
Who could have done this?
sorceress.
Why? And who around here has such power?
No one I know. But once there was such a person. But no, Licentia's been gone for years.
Licentia? Who's Licentia?
Oh, I don't think it could possibly be her. She was banished to the lands below years ago.
The lands below? She must have been evil to be sent there.
Yes. And there's no way you could ever find her down there.
I know what I'll do. I'll find this Licentia and force her to release my parents.
I'm sure you will.
Now, first off, thank you very much, Shadow Seed, for contributing to the community challenge. Much appreciated, sir. And yes, he has been Luke Skywalker. Indeed, he has. Oh my lord, yes, of course. How are you doing, man? How's your week been? Hopefully, Mr. Rumble Roses will be able to join us tonight.
I had a pleaver for every time I've swung this. Hey, Boogle, let's go. Hey, you. Come back here. Come here, Inchy. Gotcha.
Go. You're doing pretty good. Had school today. You had a haircut. You have short hair again for another. You have short hair again. Wonderful. You hate having long hair. Yeah, I hate having long hair too. I need to get my hair cut soon. I need to become bald once again.
Oh, nice call. Thanks, Inchy.
That's Mr. Worm to you.
Hey, come back here. Now, which one is it? Oh, not again. Gotcha. Oops. Ooh, yuck. Hey, Boogle, get that, will ya?
Okay. I don't know why I did that.
Could you two use a larger leaf, maybe?
Ooh, nice texture.
Nice structure.
Talk about a random
Good
bad
size.
game.
Professional marketers.
Thank you for the redeem. Let me think about that for a minute.
Okay, it's a deal.
Yep, done deal.
You want a high five?
No thanks. No.
Your loss. But that was nice of you.
Yeah, and you know what they say about nice guys?
Ah, Slim, can't you tell he doesn't have a clue?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Okay, here's a clue for you. Slugs, lug, scum.
Slugs? Scum?
Yeah, pond scum is good.
Nah, you can have your pond scum. Bog scum.
I'm just trying to think of one that I haven't talked about yet, especially with you.
Moat scum.
Give me a little bit. Oh, yeah.
Moat scum is choice.
Too bad you can't get it.
What do you mean, can't get it? I know where the moat is.
Yeah, you know where, but do you know what?
Like, what's in that moat?
Oh, yeah. Croctopus. And lots of them.
Wouldn't lots of them be croctopie?
Crock the pie, crock the pusses, don't matter. You'll never get close enough to the water to get scum from the moat.
Wait a minute. Didn't you say you were going to the Moat Olympics?
Yeah, why?
Well, if I took you over there, would you help me get some moat scum?
Slim, what do you think?
Okay by me. Better than crawling.
Okay, big boy, let's go moatin'.
Here, hop on
Have I talked about the Beverly Hillbillies point and click game yet? I can't remember if I have or not. If I haven't, I can actually talk about that. Okay, good. Okay, so there was a long time ago a Beverly Hillbillies point and click game. I was sadly a kid that ended up playing that game. Never finished it either. Because there's so many bugs in that game.
No matter how many times I see Crystal City, it's still impressive.
And I guess you could say the creators of the game knew how bad it was, and they added a manual on how to play the game inside of the case. It had a lot of save issues, had a lot of screen transition issues, had issues sometimes with the music. Sometimes you would lose items in the game and never be able to get them back.
With some of my croctopus friends.
So, like, for example, there was never like a box option to add items into it or anything like that.
And exactly
so, like, for example, there's like a part in the game where you have to you can drop items or whatever,
Pass the boy some scum.
and sometimes if you drop it in a wrong frame on the screen that you're on, you won't ever be able to pick that item back up. So there's that. Also, like I said, the game itself is completely abysmal. It's just not a good game. It's a great concept because of the fact that, you know, the Beverly Hillbillies, the television show, and the movie was really popular back in that day. It's like, you know, if something's popular in that particular time frame, they're going to make a game out of it or something, you know. But it's just absolutely abysmal because of just situations with the game. Plus, it takes a lot for a game to be so bad that you have to add a manual in the game. Well, not really in the game, but add a manual in the game cover or game case.
Can you make a box
on how to play it.
Right over that moat scum?
Like, it's just that bad. And I'm never playing it. I do own it,
Now we've got him.
but I'm never gonna play it because it's absolutely terrible. And I know you guys would probably love to watch me lose my absolute marbles again. But basically, you know, I don't like to play games where it's a half and half on whether or not I'll be able to finish it. And not even it be my fault. You know what I mean? That was quick. Okay.
Hope this works. Got it.
Got it. Not my fastest time, but a fast time nonetheless.
Now how am I gonna get my bag? Boogle, stop! What? Boogle, you mean this whole time you could have walked right out on that bog? Only when it's funny, huh? Only when it's funny, you.
But yeah, I think you would agree, Shadow, that you would refuse to play a game that, you know, had so many issues that you would never be able to finish it. Plus, just to hear, like, that 10-second loop of the Beverly Hillbillies theme song play throughout the whole game, you would lose your mind. The only music that plays in the background of that whole game is do 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 do, and that whole piece right there loops continuously, like does not ever stop playing unless there's a music issue. But like I said, it never stops.
Nice blue color, eh, Boogle?
Yeah, what's that then? You rang?
Huh? Who are you? Where'd you come from? What are you doing there? You trying
Pump
to
it with
sneak by
shoddy.
me? Oh, I wasn't asleep. No, sir. I heard you come through.
Well, I wasn't trying to sneak by you. I'm Torin, and I really need to get to the lands below. Can you help me?
The lands below? You're one of them? Well, you can't stay up here. You go right back down where you came from. Yep, nobody from down there gets past me, and you won't neither.
Did
Oh,
Rumble
no, you
say in the
misunderstand.
Discord
I'm
whether or
not
not he
from
was going to
Lands
be
Below. I wanna go
unable to
there.
come
So
or
you
late
do
or
know how to
anything
get there?
to the stream?
Go there? Why, no one goes there. That's no place for any self-respecting citizen. Why, them worlds is filled with nutsos, malcontents, psychos,
Politicians. Okie dokie.
No, there's no way I'd let you go down there.
So you do know. Oh, please help me, sir. I must get to the lands below. May I come inside?
Nope, no way. Nobody gets inside this guardhouse except my replacement. Don't know where he is either. Was supposed to be here 10, maybe 12 years ago. Never been this late before. No,
Yeah, he
look,
probably
I'll go.
fell
Get
asleep.
out of here and don't come back.
He knows it frustrates me when he, you know,
It's
streams
me.
on on days where I
I'm
stream.
your replacement.
What? You are? Finally. It's
Or
about
even, like,
time.
works
You
on
must be
stuff,
10
you know,
years late.
and
Where have you
things like
been?
that before I'm going to stream.
Heavy traffic.
Huh? Whatever. Hurry up and get inside here. I'm powerful hungry.
Okay.
Can't say I much care for the new uniforms. So, get started.
Okay. Started what?
Don't they teach you young'uns anything at basic anymore?
Well, maybe, but, I wasn't exactly at the top of my class, you know?
I can see that. Don't tradition mean nothing no more? What's your generation coming to? Say, where's your provisions?
My provisions are in my bag.
Well,
My meal, boy, my meal. You know the core tradition. Before taking over, the replacement guard always cooks the departing guard his final meal.
Oh, I knew that. Yeah, that's still taught to all of us. What is it you'd like exactly?
You mean you didn't bring it with you? Well, you won't find no home-forked comforts out here. It's your problem, not mine. I know what I want.
And this is where you would slam down a giant can of cowboy beans and just be like, eat this shit and get the fuck out.
Who are you? What are you doing in here? You my replacement?
Oh, brother. Why, yes. I am your replacement. You know, there's a tradition that the new guard prepares the departing guard's meal, so I'm gonna
I love this
fix
response
yours.
here.
Dang right I know. And I know what I
Hold
want.
on, not this one, but
Hope you brought it with you.
What'll you have?
For
okay,
my
never mind.
appetizer, I want juice. Berry juice. Freshly squeezed. None of that canned.
The one where he's like, I ain't dead
Berry
yet.
juice, huh?
Yeah, that's a favorite line of
Here you
mine.
are, Herman. I brought you some berries.
Great. Now squeeze them.
Now squeeze them.
Oh, all right. Where's the juicer?
I told you, over there, on the cabinet.
Honestly, it doesn't look like a juicer. It looks like a roll of toilet
Can you
paper.
be an axe? Oof, here you go. Say, what kind of berries are those?
Why? Chuck berries, of course. I love that. I love that joke. See, I don't like how a drink can be an appetizer. A drink is something that you have during your, during your meal.
Oh, brother.
You know what I really
An appetizer to me is like, fried cheese curds or,
Spaghetti and meatballs. Don't you mean spaghetti and meatballs?
or cheese sticks, things like
no
that.
such thing as that. Say, you sure you're from around here, boy?
Only slightly, but I got up around 7 minutes in when he was playing the opening. Oh, well. Welcome to the stream, Mr. Rumble Roses. How are you doing today, sir? How's your week been?
Slugs and meatballs. What do you think?
I'll be sure to round up just enough for one meal.
And now we're gonna take this peat moss. We're gonna shove it right in his pie hole right here.
Here's your order, sir. Slugs and peat moss, just as you requested.
Glad you're not doing
Boy,
too
did I
bad.
have to go through a lot just to bring these to you.
Yeah, I'm sure. You probably just walked round that cliff to the deli.
What? You mean...
Just a little guardhouse humor, boy. Ain't no food within days of this place. Now get over there in that kitchen and rattle them pots and pans.
All right, but this is my first attempt at cooking such a delicacy.
Delicacy. Jeez.
least it's quick to prepare.
Here you are, monsieur.
Also, I'm really praying that by the end of December, Twitch will finally decide to unlock my ability to add animated emotes. I want some so bad.
Now, can we get on with it?
Now, the perfect conclusion to a near-perfect meal. Dessert. And a nice latte.
Dessert? Latte? Oh, no.
Oh, I love
Oh,
latte.
stop your griping. You can skip the latte. Just bring me some dessert.
All right. What'll you have for dessert?
Why, there's only one thing that'd top spaghetti and meatballs.
I'm afraid to ask.
Root.
Yeah, let's make sure of something. If I prepare you a root, then will I be done?
Bingo. Bright boy. Yep, good old root would be just fine.
There you go.
Here you go. One large root. Want to help me fix it?
No, I'll just wait right here.
Somehow I guessed as much.
Say, nice square shape, too. Them's the best kind.
Okay, how about if I make it into a pie?
See, when I was a kid, and I heard that one line right there, I knew there was going to be a pun coming. It's a square root and he's going to turn into a pie.
While that's in the oven baking, why don't you and I head back to the Phenocrest chamber? Ah, just smell that aroma. You know, there's nothing like coming home to find the square root pie.
Mm-hmm.
Phew. Say, we going out on that joke?
Alright, Rumble, so get ready to choose a shard, okay?
Wait here while I get something. Pick a shard. Any shard. I've been waiting 15 years to use that
Alright,
line.
you choose shard number 2. Alright, we will choose shard number 2.
There you go, boy. The joint's all yours. I'm gonna grab my pie and hit the road. Gotta get on home, you know. That is, if I can remember where home is.
But wait, what about me? Aren't you supposed to train me in how this thing works?
Works? Can't.
Don't remember.
Heck, it don't matter no way, boy. Nobody's come through here in years.
But is this the way to the lands below?
Takes my
Could
mic.
be. But you don't care. All you gotta do is make sure nobody from
Down there gets up here. Alright. God, I hate it when I get this type of RNG. Here we go. There we go.
I'd better get enough of this powder to last. If it does take me to the lands below, I'll need enough to get home again.
Let's go. And thank you for the contributing also
bag,
to the
buddy.
community challenge, Mr. Rumble Roses. Thank you very much.
Hang on, Boogle. I hope I'm right about this.
in there.
And
They're gone.
and the child.
Missing.
The child must be found immediately.
Whoa! Phew. Whoa! What? What?
Oh, not again.
Alright, let's go meet the Bitternuts.
Live on CD-ROM from beautiful cliffside Escarpa, it's the Bitternuts! With Jack Klugman as Mr. Bitternut. And starring Sandra Bullhoney as Mrs. Bitternut. With Vinyl McCulkey as Little Bobby Bitternut. Today, we join the Bitternuts just as they hear a knock on their door.
Just a minute. Holly, can you get that? Oh, never mind. Do I have to do everything around here? Coming! Yo! Aren't you the giant economy-sized visitor? You know I'd ask you in, but I'm not sure there's enough air in here. Holly, take a look at this guy. This is what a real man looks like. Holly? Oh, honey, don't mind him. He's just acting his IQ. So, you want to come in? Or maybe that should be, can you come in?
Why, thank you. I will.
Hey, Mom, Hey, Mom, Whoa! Who's the big guy? We don't know, honey. We're still waiting to find out.
My name is Torin, from the lands above.
I'm Mrs. Bitternut, and this is what's left of my husband, Mr. Bitternut. And that's Bobby, our son.
Excuse me.
So, what's that thing in your purse?
Why, that's my little buddy, Boogle.
There goes Boogie, just walking around, shape-shifting into stuff.
Oh, he won't hurt you. He likes people.
Yeah? Then he won't fit in here. If he's smart, he'll stay off my furniture.
Mrs. Bitternut, I was wondering.
Selfish. That's all they are. Lived right across the chasm for years. Do we ever hear from them?
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, that King Rupert. He really fries my cornbread. Lives almost next door. Does he ever invite us over? No. Why? You'd think he was better than us or something.
I'm sure King Rupert means to be nice to you. Perhaps he's just busy.
Yeah, he's being a
Busy
king.
for 20 years? And that queen of his.
Die?
Yeah, she should.
Why? What's wrong with her?
Snooty.
Too snooty for me, that's what, Torin. Why, she acts like they didn't have a daughter that was... Hey, have you met their daughter?
What about their daughter?
Her name's Lena, or something like that.
So, Rumble, have you had your
Together,
dinner yet?
Torin. You have
Same
so
with you,
much
Shadow.
in common.
What did you guys have for dinner? I had a couple slices of Wisconsin six-cheese pizza
good
from
looks, I
Domino's.
suppose.
I felt like ordering pizza yesterday.
Yeah.
I say yesterday when, you know, it's already technically the next day.
How would you describe Lena?
Well, let's see.
Honestly, the
she has a
Wisconsin
nice
six cheese is
personality.
actually really, really good. It did exactly the job that I wanted.
She's
Because I had my quote-unquote acidity cheat day today.
She's a good
where
climber.
I was like, you know, I felt like having a cheese pizza with tomato sauce. Or, well,
She's
marinara or
lots
whatever.
of fun.
Talk about a random retro subject. Good redeem, Shadow.
A good dancer.
Let's see.
She's got a great personality.
Let's see. What's a good random
In other
retro
words,
subject?
she's a lot like you.
In the bag, bub.
Be sure to join us next time when we hear Bobby Bitternut ask.
Just hang out till Mom's gone.
The Bitternuts is not filmed.
Oh, you had
for a
lasagna.
live audience.
Okay. Yeah, I was having some eye issues today, too. I took a couple naps. I finally got to season 6 of The Walking Dead, which it's getting very interesting. I'm trying to think of a random retro subject. Do this while Boogle's doing that. You know, this is technically kind of like a cutscene.
Someone left this clothespin just hanging here.
Now we can do this. Let me
Hurry,
see.
Boog. Hop in.
I'm trying to think of a good one that I haven't done with Shadow.
Well, what have we here?
Okay, I have a good one for you, Shadow.
Humility in somebody around here.
What's something
Good day, sir.
that
Yes, it is, isn't it?
was in a
But then
lot of
every day
retro
is a good day here in
games?
paradise.
A land
Like
as
a
lovely as
control
this should be
scheme
called
or
paradise.
Maybe
a
it should,
story
but
type
we
of
call it
thing,
this
or just
But the
okay,
real
basically
question is, what do we call you?
comparing
forgive me,
games
sir.
from the retro
My name
variety
is
versus
Torin
what we
of the
have
lands
now.
above.
Is there
I am
something
Root,
like a cliche
king
or
of
anything
Scotland,
that was in retro
and
games
this is my
that you
love
wish was
wife.
still in modern games today?
Oh, how do you do, ma'am?
Alarmed, I'm sure.
Eh? What's that?
I said...
Now, I'm not talking about, like, independent titles.
That's nice.
I'm talking about, like, AAA games that you would see.
Your Majesty, I can see you are a lover of crystals.
Yes, that's the only kind he is.
Yeah, like,
What
is there something that was in retro games that you wish was still in modern games?
Why, thank you, dear. But continue, boy.
I humbly offer you this gift from the lands above. I think it will balance your set of crystal shards. May I?
Yes, of course.
And this will also go for Mr. Rumble Roses as well, because your definition of retro and his definition of retro would be completely different aspects.
And as this one simple shard completes the connection between the formerly distinct spectra
I'm trying to think
above
of
us,
one for myself.
so too, therefore, may our two worlds.
I guess
be
you could say
connected
simplicity.
By, the peace and.
I'm one
understanding
of a few believers where I believe that
like that there.
when you didn't have much of a budget, you found ways to
What the devil was the boy talking about?
to stretch that budget,
It's me.
but still make an amazing game.
I said.
Versus games that are AAA titles, where not a lot of them have a good story anymore. People mostly are like, oh, you know, we need to have some great freaking graphics and next level stuff, you know.
I said...
I like
hope it's still
simplicity.
free at this late date.
You hardly ever get that in AAA titles these days. Mr. Rumble Roses has an answer. Well, I don't have anything quite yet. My brain is not fully kicked into high gear for thinking about stuff yet. Okay. I'll come back to you when it comes to that, Rumble.
King Rupert, Queen Di.
Shadowseed says a lot of games in the past seemed a lot more cerebral.
Have you heard
For
of
example, where in the world is Common San Diego, Coming to San Diego Through Time, and a lot of other detective-style games like that. They don't make those anymore, and when they do, it's all about gunfights. It's nothing of the investigation, the clues, the hunting. It's all about the gunfire, gunplay, the killing, the blood, and the sex. That is true. That is very, very true.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
I completely agree.
Do you know how to get to the worlds below Escarpa?
It seems
I guess you could say your answer kind of adds a little bit to mine. Simplicity. Where, you know, well...
You can say that again.
Okay.
I missed that.
I guess you could say...
I say, that's a sin.
Well, yes.
I guess Dark Souls back in the day was considered a AAA title.
You felt so strongly about
because From Software was
You only knew.
was known mostly for Armored Core,
I must find Licensure.
Yes, I understand.
Kingsfield,
But in your travels, if you happen
and
upon a young
of
lady
course
named
Demon
Lena,
Souls.
would you give her a message?
Of course.
So I guess you
but
could say,
how will I
yeah,
know?
From Software
What does she
did
look
do
like?
something like AAA titles.
Lena is
From Software kind of is one of the only companies, in my opinion,
yes, nearly
that has
as
made
tall.
one hell of a masterpiece of a game.
Nearly as
They
unsightly.
took
Excuse me?
I said she should call home nightly.
different simple aspects of gaming, added to that
Is
formula,
Lena from Escarpa?
and made a
Of
masterpiece.
course. She is my daughter.
Oh, really? A princess?
This is where I
Has she been
wish
gone
that
long?
Dark Souls came out like
Days, but
around
worried nonetheless.
I
like in
understand.
Nintendo
I know what
64.
it's like to miss
I
a
think
loved
that Dark Souls would have been so cool
Why don't you give
if
this
it
boy
came
a
out
piece
for
of your
Nintendo
jewel?
64.
That way Lena will
Like,
know
imagine
who
if
is
that
in
happened. Oh my gosh.
Brother, are you right in his pocket?
Well, it's also, in my
What was
opinion, like I said,
said,
you
Tell
know,
her
when it
Mother
comes to
sent her this
simplicity.
locket.
Graphics
Yeah.
are important, yes, but I would consider it, I guess, third important in my opinion.
Here, Torin.
You have to have
Take this
a
one.
really good story
See? It has a picture of
that you
Rupert
can get
on the
immersed in.
inside.
I promise.
And you
keep
have
it
to
safe
have at
until I
least
find her.
decent controls.
You mentioned a message for Lena, Your Majesty.
Why, yes. Tell her to come home. We all miss her greatly.
At least one of us.
Eh? What's that you say, Di?
I said, every last one of us.
Oh. Well, yes, that's right. So tell her that, my boy, if you happen upon her, that is.
I will. I hope this isn't
All right,
one of
Rumble.
those buffets with an eat-all-you-take policy.
Come back soon. I'll go ahead and open that. Alright. Let's go inside a dragon's mouth. I mean a cave. But I guess you could say, though, back in the day, there was gaming companies that did a similar formula to, like, Dark Souls, I guess you could say. So, like, for example, if you really think about it, Kingdom Hearts, like the original Kingdom Hearts, is interesting to say the least. In terms of, like, comparing, like, the formula of what a Dark Souls game is. Health, endurance, possibly magic. Upgrading a weapon, upgrading yourself. You know, things like that.
Look at that. Fresh dead.
It's like there was a lot of companies that tried to be, like, the best at what that formula of gaming was.
Can't you hurry up a little?
But I think that,
For goodness sake, for once in your life, can't you just stop?
I think From Software was one of the top companies that
What's that beside that little tree?
mastered that formula. But I believe only mastered it maybe, I'd say twice. And I say twice because
I've got it.
Demon Souls is like, you know, I still say it to this day, it's like the prototype formula of what they were trying to go for. There was aspects, though, that if you compare it to Dark Souls, Demon Souls can be much harder than Dark Souls. I think that the two masterpiece games that company made after Demon Souls was Dark Souls and Bloodborne. Dark Souls 3 is good. Most people like Dark Souls 3 because, honestly, in my opinion, Dark Souls 3 is good, but it has its aspects where it feels much easier
Turn into a lantern so we can see what's back
than the original.
Wow, Google.
Because it has, like, it gives you, like, a set path that you need to take to fight certain bosses. And plus bosses in Dark Souls 3, it feels like a, feels like boss rush
Google,
mode.
would you mind being a shovel?
It's like they cut out some of the exploration and they added more aspect to the bosses. While in Dark Souls 1 / remastered, you could take any kind of road that you would want.
Google,
You'd have to practice the road that you take, though. You know. So, like, for example, in Dark Souls 1, there's different ways that you can go. In terms of, you know, where you start from. So, like, for example, you leave the Undead Asylum. You end up in Firelink Shrine. You can either, A, take the straight route to Tauros Demon, or if you decided to start off with the Master Key, you could automatically go straight to Blighttown. Let's see. I'm just picturing. Also, you could risk it and get a very, very strong weapon very early in the game to help you out in other areas. Like, for example, basically what I'm talking about is if you really wanted to, you could go into the catacombs, risk it for the biscuit, and get the Gravelord sword, which would help you with a lot of the earlier bosses in the game. It's one of a few weapons that are very overpowered in the early parts of the game. It would also kind of help you against Ornstein and Schmo as well. Which I always thought that was interesting. One day what I'll do is I'll do a playthrough with just the Gravelord sword. It's very stressful to get the sword, but it's so fucking worth it. Because, how can I put it? 3 swords. Well, yeah, I guess you could say 3 swords. 3 swords that... No, 4 swords. There's 4 swords that can completely change the beginning of your playthrough in Dark Souls Remastered. One being the Gravelord sword, which you can get that by joining Nito's Covenant early and killing bosses like Tissue Paper with it.
On my nose. Then I won't be able to smell the skunks.
Second sword would be the Zweihander, which you get literally in the graveyard, right beside Firelink Shrine.
We're going in.
Pure fucking strength weapon. When used the right way, you can tear through anything like tissue paper. Third sword would be the Black Knight sword. If you have enough humanity in your humanity counter, you'll end up getting the Black Knight sword as a drop from the Black Knight that's before Tauros Demon. Excuse me. That sword can get you through a lot of the game if you level yourself up right. And I guess an honorable mention / 4th sword would be the Drake sword that you get after fighting Tauros Demon, after cutting off the red Drake's tail. That sword can get you through a lot of bosses. Oh my gosh.
Greetings, sir.
But I'm gonna tell you this though.
I could have sworn he's
just as a little tip for you, Shadow, because I know you like to play your Souls games on days.
Who are you? And why
getting the Black Knight sword is one of the most broken weapons in Dark Souls. And Sasha knows this.
What's your name?
Like, Sasha knows this. I just wish she used it more in the early parts of the game. Like, I remember when,
who are you? What do you believe?
when I got the drop for the Black Knight sword before Tauros Demon, and I grinded to where I could either one-hand or two-hand the sword. And when I fought Tauros Demon, you know, I activated his boss fight, ran back, climbed the ladder, and when I dropped onto his head with while two-handing the sword, it one-shot him. Like it literally like
I
one
think
shot
not.
him
See, I'm only
when I
here for
landed
a
on
short
his head.
stay.
And that's
I need to
because
find
Black
my
Knight
Sentia.
weapons
Remember her? I
do
asked
an
you about her a
additional
few
thing of
seconds ago.
percentage of damage
Never heard of
to demons.
Do you know how to get
Plus,
to
using the Black
lands
Knight
below?
sword against
Do you know how to
the
help
gargoyles,
What? I don't understand.
You'd understand if it was you sitting on this stone
gaping
tile all day
dragon,
and all night. The parts below,
even the
bottom line, the rear guard.
well, I call him the goat demon, but you know who I'm
Are
talking
you
about.
trying to say your seat is
You
uncomfortable?
can tear
Uncomfortable,
through them
don't
like
cut it.
tissue paper.
My seat's boiling.
Like, seriously.
My buns are burning. Boy, I need relief.
I see.
No, you don't see, and you won't, because I'm not showing
But
it to
it's very interesting because
Just go away.
there's different ways that you can start the game, and if you're and the cool thing though is that if you're willing and able
Here's a thick, soft
to
cushion
push
if you
yourself
like.
to the limit, you will get rewarded for it. Example: the Gravelord sword. Like I said,
Let me feel.
getting that weapon from the catacombs can completely change the rest of the beginning of your
I
playthrough.
thank you very much.
Even
old slender one.
your
And in return,
playthrough
why don't you take this instrument of
against
my torture?
Ornstein and Schmo,
Just drop it over a cliff someplace
the
if you don't
Gravelord
want it,
sword
okay?
kicks
I would
major
never do
ass.
that.
One day I'll see if I can do a stream of it. Just getting the Gravelord sword. It's so fucking worth it. Oh, Mr. Rumbroses, welcome back, sir. Now, I don't know if this would fully into an answer for that question, but I'd suppose the variety of different ways to play games. Like some games nowadays are always focused on one type of gameplay style. Like these days, games often are either single-player games or multiplayer-focused games. I kind of miss games that had the full package. Gotcha. You like, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm trying to think of the word. I use it a lot, but I'm trying to remember the word. You like a lot of replay value. You like replay value and added variety. That's what you're talking about, Rumble. You like where you can play a game one way and you can play a game the other way. And also, every playthrough that you do, you would get different different results. That's what you're talking about, correct?
Did I tell you about the new perfume you gave me? Yes.
Yes. Gotcha. Yeah. I completely agree with that. Okay. Google Yo-Yo. Let's see, I completely agree with that thinking
Now that
process
the
right
girls
there,
are gone,
Rumble.
let's send you down there as a yo-yo, Boogle.
Hence why, like I said, Dark Souls and Bloodborne. Different weapons, different challenges that you can do, different ways that you can play. Like and you've even seen me do it. You've done a couple challenges for me to do. There's different ways that you can beat the games that I play. That's why I love that.
Boogle, see where that doorway goes.
I was thinking it's funny I'm talking about Dark Souls and Bloodborne while playing a 1995 foot game. I'll drink to that. I got my coffee beside me. I'll drink to that. Yeah, that's tasty. I love this part in the game. I do. I love it.
Hurry, Boog. Hop in.
Let's go, Boogie. Alright. Alright. Wing up. Also today, while I was eating lunch and stuff, I went to Speedrun.com and I started, I guess you could say, cleaning up and adding stuff to the Torin's Passage section in Speedrun.com. Because as you know, I became the main moderator for that. I added some new stuff. Go. Well, that was a good placement there. Okay, there we go. I also basically tidied up in it in the on the page too, and I added 2 new categories to it because originally I had only 2. It had any percent, and it had, of course, 100%. I added any percent segmented. And I also added a category for if people want to play the game based on muscle memory. Basically what I'm doing right now while watching cutscenes and playing stuff at normal speed. This bitter nut as well, but I'll take care of King Rupert first. Also, I'll add another little retro thing for you guys. Do you believe video games to be
Your
art?
Majesty, I think this tile is part of something important.
Now, of course, you can't really say that all
No, even
art
more than that. You see, at the base of the
are
opposite cliff,
video
I found
games,
an
of course.
unusual room
But
containing
would
a
you
large
consider
formation
all
that would
video
hold this
games to
tile
be
perfectly.
art?
I feel certain that the
Or
formation
maybe
is
a
something
certain...
important. Perhaps it even holds
Yeah, I was about to say,
access
depends on the
lands
game.
below.
Can you give an example of a video game that is art and a video game that isn't art? I'll give you a perfect example. Super Mario Brothers for the original Nintendo 8-bit. You could definitely see that as art. Even Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario World for Super Nintendo. That's also considered art because it's basically more of a drawing versus something that's made out of blocks. So there's that.
We now return you to the bitter nuts, already in progress.
Just a minute.
So yeah, to everyone in chat, can you name a game that is art And can you name a
Why
game
have
that
to do
isn't
everything
art?
around here?
And why? Excuse me.
Mrs. B, I just came from King Rupert, and he asked me to give you this.
What is it?
An invitation to the royal ball.
Shadowseed 5 says, Borderlands series, the comic books that are art, that are made with the game, was amazing. I loved it. As for one that is not art, E.T. for the Atari 2600. Oh my god, it was just so bad. Yeah. Yeah. It was. I can agree with that.
Just help yourself. It's yours.
Yes, real quick.
Why, thank you, Mrs. B.
Wait a minute.
Of course, I'd love it if you'd take the mister over there.
I'll read Rumbles in just a minute. Okay. Mr. Rumble Roses says, well, I suppose if we're talking about stuff done today, I played a bit of Driver 2 off-stream, took care of 2 annoying missions. One of them I posted onto my YouTube channel. From stopping a truck, dropping bombs, to finding a clue and 4 cars scattered across the city within a time limit. Okay. Now keep in mind, stick to you know, the frame of the question, of course, Rumble.
Young man. Hey,
name a game
Junior along with you?
that's considered art, and name a game that isn't considered
whatsoever,
art.
I'm afraid. But
it can be an old game or a new game, and you have to tell me why. Unless that answer was about stuff that you did today or something.
Be sure to join us next time when we hear Bobby Bitternut ask.
I know it'd be okay with your dad.
Oh, okay. Okay. I figured that was something you were bringing up from a previous subject. Yeah, take your time with the question, Rumble. It'll help get your gears moving a little bit. Another game I consider art, Elder Scrolls Skyrim. That game was pretty. Oh yeah. A lot of the Elder Scrolls games are very creative in terms of its artistic design. I can agree with that. Skyrim, I'd say it was, yes, a step up and stuff. Everybody, of course, has their own different thoughts, of course. In my opinion, I think that one Elder Scrolls game that has some of the best art I've ever played was Morrowind. Some of the worst art in terms of an Elder Scrolls game, in my opinion, Oblivion. Skyrim redeemed itself in terms of its artistic design. Because also it's just a much better game than Oblivion. That's just me, though. Traveler.
The sacred chamber that lies ahead contains an ancient phenocryst column. For centuries, travelers have journeyed throughout the planet of Strata by means of these columns. Connecting the world within worlds, phenocrysts are able to transmit far more than mere light. Through the use of RSD powder discovered by Tor I in the early Unity period, people now have instant mobility. So step inside and enjoy the latest in phenocryst travel.
Alright. Let's go to Pergola. As much as I'm not a fan of that level. You know. Chapter 3, Pergola.
Before I pass judgment, have you anything to say?
The child. Is he safe?
Far away, where he will come to no harm. Although we suspect your involvement in the murder of our beloved royal couple, we could not find enough evidence to convict you. But since you were clearly guilty of kidnapping the Crown Prince, you are hereby sentenced to spend the rest of your life in the lands below. I therefore order an ostracizing collar be fabricated for you and placed around your neck, never to be removed. And should you ever attempt to return to the lands above, the collar will tighten until it chokes you to death.
Poor licensure. Alright, Shadow Seed. Another game that could be considered just the game you're currently playing taken into account. The time at which this game was made, and it's amazing that they could do so much with so little with the system computer that was underpowered by today's standards graphics-wise. You are absolutely correct. 1995 was a very interesting year for computers because it was, of course, around the debut of the Windows 95. Most people were dealing with like Macintosh and Windows 3.0 and things of that nature. Even still to this day, Linux. I know people that still use Linux. They've never used Windows operating systems. They've only used Linux their whole life.
Let me go. Get away. Shoot.
I have my hits or misses when it comes to Linux. Linux is more hands-on on what you really want your computer to do. But to some, Linux can be very complicated if you don't know how to use it. Plus, you could mess up something very easily if you don't know what you're doing.
That's all right.
But then again, you have to train yourself to use Windows as well. So there's that. But yeah, 1995 when point-and-click games were coming out. Yeah, I can completely agree with that. There's a lot of really nice artistic design when it comes to Torin's Passage. Most definitely. Especially also with Wishbone. Wishbone is a very good game to bring up as well.
Recently captured another giant, but very different from you. This one does not cooperate at all.
Yeah, I'll drink to that, Shadow. Cheers.
Well, okay, but are you sure I'll be safe?
Follow me.
Completely agreed. Because you could probably see. Well, yeah, you already do. You see why I like games like this.
Oh no! No!
It's okay. I won't hurt you.
No! No!
It's all right. I'm not going to hurt you.
Huh. You're with them, aren't you? Get away from me.
But I want to free you.
Get away. You'll only hurt me more.
Hey, you're Lena, aren't you? I just came from your homeland. I met your mother and father.
You did? Escarpa?
My parents? Oh, how I wish I had listened to them. I wouldn't be in this mess.
They told me to give you this.
Oh, look. That is my dear sweet father. And I. Oh, how I miss them. Maybe you are from Escarpa, but you're so tall. Who are you, anyway?
My name is Torin, but I'm not from Escarpa. I'm from the lands above.
Torin of the lands above. Do you promise not to harm me?
I swear. At present, I can think of nothing worse.
All right then, quick, cut me loose.
Well,
Hurry, before they stop you.
Yeah,
Oh, I dare them to stop me.
I'm
so sorry, that's me asserting my dominance right there.
Why?
Oh,
Use
man.
your knife.
Well, that's just it. I didn't bring a knife.
Because in case you don't know, this level's kind of I guess you could say an Easter egg reference to Gulliver's Travels. Came out a long time ago. It's about a man that shipwrecked on an island that was completely inhabited by really small people.
Now, hold still. I wouldn't want to cut.
Hence why when Torin falls, he's tied together by threads and everything. That's a reference to Gulliver's Travels. And funny story, if you don't click on Torin when it's zooming in on him being, tied to the ground, they will eat him. They will literally eat him alive.
Here's your locket.
That was, I guess you could say very interesting as a child for me to experience that.
Oh, Boogle. Here, let me help you up.
Oh, wait. Look at your arms. You're bleeding.
What? Oh, I'm okay. I dropped a long ways through the trees before I landed on this soft loam. I must have, caught some branches on the way down. It's nothing.
Nonsense. Come over here. I'm sure I heard a stream this way.
Everyone in Escarpa said we should meet, but I never dared dream we really would.
Everyone else was so short and hairy. I was always the ugly duckling. Too tall, too thin, hair only on top. But with you, I feel, I don't know, something
Sorry, I'm
normal.
stretching.
I think you're anything but normal.
Oh, God.
What? Torin?
Huh? No, what I meant was that you're far above normal. You're beautiful, wonderful, perfect.
Oh, Torin.
Oh, my gosh.
But my parents must be worried sick.
He kind of is, yeah.
They are. They really want you to return home. And my parents, they're still in danger.
I must
go on.
You're right.
But will I see you again?
You must.
Excuse me, you two. Will you be staying for dinner? If so, I'd better send out several hunting parties.
No, we've got to leave immediately. We have to begin our search for a phoenocryst.
Oh, no need. I know right where one is, but it's pretty far away.
What? I can't believe it. Does it work?
Well, it might. You see, it hasn't been used in some time.
Somehow I could have guessed that. Let's go, Lena.
Alright, here we go. The Ostiaries.
Attention, everyone. This is Torin and his friend Lena. Please give him your attention. They're all yours.
But what do I do?
Well, that's the problem. No one knows. The phoenocryst hasn't been used in generations. Legend has it that when the Ostiaries find perfect harmony, the world will open unto them. But even when wearing these ancient sacred robes, they cannot find the way themselves. Can you help them?
Oh, boy. Okay, you step into the center.
Alright, let's see how I can do this here.
And you, take his place.
Take his place. Okay. We gotta put the greens in a row. Okay, greens are in a row. Alright, let's see how we're gonna do this. Give me a second here, Rumble. Because if I don't do this, they'll all start like walking in random spots, and I don't need that right now. Excuse me. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Okay, I know what I can do here. Okay, so we still have all the greens in a row. Let's see. Switch those. Hey, I got it. Nice. Alright, Mr. Omarosa says, okay, I think I got a couple of ideas. You mentioned Super Mario Brothers. Well, we can't forget his old game rival Sonic the Hedgehog. Quite the classic and overall colorful. Another game that comes to mind is Post Void. As much of a drug trip-like experience that was playing the game, it had quite the art style within it. But alas, I can't really think of a game that is not considered as art. But Shadow does have a point with the E.T. game. Oh my lord, man. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh man. Completely understandable. And of course, Buttspot decided it wanted to show itself in chat as well. Gotta love it. Okay. Let's see how we're gonna do this here. Well, for one, the highest note is already in its regular spot. So that's interesting. No. You're going back there. Got it.
Ah, that's it. The pattern was 5 ascending notes leading to the second nested planet. So that Phenocryst goes back to Escarpa.
Okay. Highest note's already in the right spot. No, you're going back there, sir. God dang it. I'll do that. Okay, I'm almost there. Almost there. Here we go. Got it.
Oh, Torin, I knew you could do it.
You did?
But now what?
Oh, this part I know. Stand over here. I'll throw enough of this powder for both of us, and off we'll go.
Don't forget me, Torin.
I couldn't, Lena.
Be careful. This licentious sounds dangerous.
I will.
I'll read your thing in just a minute.
They are closed. Save enough powder for a trip to Escarpa.
I promise. I'll see you soon, Lena. Somehow.
Goodbye, Torin. And goodbye, Boogle.
Chapter 4, Asthenia. My favorite level.
I always felt you were innocent. Kurtzwell needed a scapegoat. All these years away from your home, your family, your friends, you must be so bitter.
Perhaps I've learned to use the darkness to get what I want.
I've heard you've become quite the powerful sorceress.
Oh?
But not quite powerful enough to overcome the magic of that collar.
Not yet, but perhaps soon. And when I do, I promise revenge.
But what if you could return sooner?
What? Ha! The collar will not be denied.
I could release it for you.
Oh, Peccant. You know its spell can only be broken by royalty. And no matter how much you scheme, you'll never be king as long as the boy lives.
Yes, but think, Licentiate. Who sealed the collar?
Kurtzwell. That... Wait. Are you suggesting you could become Arch Authority?
Let's just say if you'll do a small favor for me, I'll do a large favor for you.
And just what would that small favor be?
Nothing much, just a little magic spell.
Alright, Mr. Romarosa says, hell, I'll add to the E.T. part somehow. The Mega Man D-Makes I've played of 1 and 2 are more of an art style than E.T. It's got more art within his blaster than E.T. has for the whole game. Well, you gotta also realize, though, that yes, the Mega Man D-Makes, they're technically computerized Mega Man games. They're basically Mega Man if he came out for
like
PC.
Ammonia.
And I'm talking about old school PC like Apogee. Like Apogee style. Also known as what you would consider Duke Nukem's 1 and 2. But yeah, E.T. though was part of the 2600 era. And when it came to the Atari 2600, I'd say about 85% of the games from the Atari age, not counting Jaguar, but the Atari age itself, you had to have a lot of imagination. Let's get that.
Oof. Stone cannonballs? Man, these suckers are heavy.
4 cannonballs. If you don't do that side step that I'm doing after I press the button, the cannonball will literally fall into the lava. But you know what? I'll actually show you. I'll show you. I'll see if it'll... See? It'll just fall into the lava. True, but my point still goes with my statement. Yeah, I get you. I get you. It's like, hell, I thought it was very, very cool that, you know, one of the things that marketed the Windows 95 processor was Doom 95. Go, and we'll take one cannonball with us. Let's go. So welcome to the trebuchet, also known as the catapult. Gonna crank it first. You need to put one cannonball into the catapult because, well, technically you're too light if you don't put one in there, and you'll fall into the lava.
Hey, Boogle, let's go.
But if you have two cannonballs in there, you'll weigh too much and you'll still fall into the lava. Alright, time for the maze. Welcome to the lava maze of Estimia. Got the wrench. Now we just gotta get here. So actually, speaking of that Stream Elements reminder there will be a new movie review up on Christmas. So hopefully you guys will be able to check it out. And also, I did an announcement type thing on my Facebook page. I'll do an announcement of it on my Discord. I will be debuting a new segment on my movie reviewing YouTube channel. Won't spoil what it is yet, but hopefully you guys will enjoy it. It's a segment that I technically will be dedicating to my brother that passed away last October. It's a segment that he always wanted to do with me on the original Onyx the Movie Guru channel when we were called the Movie Review Bros. And I'll be debuting it as my own segment on Onyx the Movie Guru Reloaded. So hopefully you guys will enjoy it. And I'll be debuting that new segment literally on January 1st. But aside from that, be ready for the movie review that'll be coming out on December 25th. And don't worry, it'll be Christmas based. Don't you worry about that.
Yes.
Mr. Rubber Roses says, I'm starting to think that the reason as to why I can't think of what game is not considered as art is probably because I kind of consider a lot of games to have some form of art in them. But also, it kind of depends on the definition of art in games. That is true. There is different definitions of what people would consider art, especially in video games. In my opinion, the first thing that pops into my head of something that's gaming related that's not considered as art is graphics. To some people be like, no, graphics is considered art. You know, it's basically art done on a computer. And I understand that. I'm just more into drawn stuff, if that makes any sense, like hand drawn. Like for example, there's a really big difference between Torin's Passage's art style and the original Doom. If you really think about it, Rumble. Now, I'm not saying that Doom isn't art. There is some creativity to Doom. But I think you can kind of get what I mean.
Wonder what this does.
Alright. Let's go and do this. Okay. Let me try and concentrate on this real quick. And if anybody talks in chat, I'll read it later. Come on. Okay. We go. Alright. There we go. Wow, that was a good one. Okay. Wow. That was pretty damn quick. Okay, so we're going to activate the arresting powder, and I'm going to go take a quick bathroom break. So enjoy the cutscene and enjoy everything, and I'll be right back.
He's about to reach Tenebris. I'm sure there's no way he'll ever find you, but I just thought you'd want to know.
You old fool. No complications, you said. Simple, you said. I should have known. All right. I'll take care of it. He won't find me or his parents. Now, what about the rest of our bargain?
In time, my dear, all in due time.
Dreep! I have someone I'd like you to find.
I have returned. Okay, that was right on time, actually. Alright. Here we go. Time to break the fourth wall. I did always think it was weird, like I said, that, you know,
Hey, how did you do that?
you appear out of a Phenocryst in a storeroom that has no entrance or exit, but from a grate in the wall. It's very weird. I guess they wanted to make you feel like a TV dinner. Probably. Probably, Rebel. That makes me crave a nice TV dinner. Or a banquet pot pie. Oh God, the falling emote.
Boogle, save us! Oh, save us! I said save us, Boogle!
All right, you'd better come with me. You're under arrest.
But, officer, what for?
Cruelty to plants. Just leave your friend here. If he's lucky, you'll be back in a few years.
Yeah, I like it how in the captioning he's called the cop when he's kind of more of a constable. It's the same thing, but you know, he's dressed more as a constable.
Just to be arrested. Where's Mom and Dad? Will I ever find them? And Boogle, I hope he's okay. Boogle! Is that you?
Oh no, Boogie.
Boogle! No!
Poor Boogie.
Boogle.
Come on, boy. It's time.
Do you have anything to say before I pass judgment, young man?
Well, no, sir. Not really. It's just that, well, I'm really sorry I landed in your plants. It was an accident. I only landed in that flower bed because I fell out of that air duct that I crawled through to escape from that storeroom that I materialized in from that phenocryst that I used to get here from Asthenia. I didn't... That is... Oh.
Phenocryst, you say?
Yes, sir.
I haven't heard of one of those being used in years. Where did you say you were from, son?
From the lands above, sir. See, this evil sorceress put my parents in a magic spell and kidnapped them, and this old guy saw it all, and he said her name was Licentia, and she's from down here, and that's where my parents are. So I set out to find her and, you know, save them, but nobody has ever heard of her, and well, I don't even know if she's down here or if this has all been some kind of... And, geez, do you think you could help me, sir?
Licentia, eh? There's no one on this planet by that name. But whether you're a visitor here or not, you need to learn 3 lessons about Tenebris and me. First, plants are very scarce around here, and we are not kind to those who damage them. Second, lawbreakers in my court are handled immediately and forcefully. And third, one more mistake and I'll toss you right off this planet into the null void. Now take him back where you found him. And young man, I don't ever want to see you here again.
Damn judge. Let's get this.
Here's a dead, long-stemmed flower on this dauber plant. Surely no one would mind me pruning this. This tree's trunk is covered with some very sticky stuff.
Sticky.
Hey, stop poking me.
Hey, you can speak! Although, I don't know why I'm surprised.
Of course I can, but what good does it do me? No one listens.
You sound discouraged.
Not so much discouraged, but sometimes I do get a little sentimental.
Oh, I think all of us do sometimes.
Yes, but when you're as well rooted as I, somehow old memories just stick to you.
I see. Well, not to go out on a limb, but why not branch out into new activities?
Well, you know, I can't just leave, bud. I'm stuck here with a trunk load of memories. What brings you here? Just looking for someone to bark at?
I'm searching for my parents. I think they were captured by Licentia, a sorceress I was told came from around here. Could you help me? Have you heard of her?
You lost your parents? Oh, me too. I was transplanted at birth. You know, my dad was cut down in his prime of life by a guy chasing a wolf. And Mom, she fell in the forest and nobody heard it.
Excuse me, do you mind if I borrow a little of this sap?
No, not at all. Go ahead. Use me. Everyone does. I just hope that somehow, someday, someone, somewhere will find some way to make something out of us trees.
Man, this tree is so damn depressing.
What if someone invents
I love the puns, but jeez, that is a very depressed tree.
Excuse me.
Yes? Oh, it's you.
Could you help me?
Help you? I doubt it. After what you and your safe-like buddy did to my friends over there? Oh.
But I didn't mean to hurt you. I didn't know plants could hurt. In fact, I didn't know plants could talk.
Well, not all can. Just exceptional plants, you see.
Sure, I thought you looked special.
Well, yes, what is it you need, young man?
I've searched this entire planet looking for an evil sorceress named Licentia. Have you heard of her?
Animal, vegetable, or mineral?
Huh? Oh, animal, I suppose.
Doesn't matter, never heard of her. But that doesn't mean she doesn't live around here. I don't get out much. Roots, you know.
Is there anyone here in Tenebris that could help me?
Well, let's see. You know, there is that strange duck who's always recording odd crysts.
Oh, a duck? What's his name? Where could I find him?
No, he's not a real
Time to
duck.
pop my arms.
I don't remember his name.
Damn.
Don't know that I ever heard it. But he might be down at the amphitheater. He hangs out there recording talent.
Thank you so much. Now, which way is the amphitheater?
Oh, you can't get there from here.
But this theater, which way is it?
It's over the slippery slope. You'll never make it. Without a little help, that is.
Help? Oh, could you? I'd be eternally grateful.
No, you won't. That's just a cliché. But if we could work out a deal...
Anything. Just name it.
See my friends down there? Those pesky chameleon silkworms are wreaking havoc on their leaves.
Now who's the cliché?
What? Well, anyway, if you can stop the silkworms, I'll convince the grass to help you cross the slippery slope.
I always thought that was some interesting dialogue. Torin's like, oh, if you help me, I'll be eternally grateful. She's like, no, you wouldn't. Yeah, that's just a cliche. Which she's right. But at the same time, you know, the whole, you know, I'll help you if you help me thing is a cliche in its own, too.
I did it. The silkworms are no longer a problem. But aren't they kind of funny colored?
Oh, those little buggers produce silk of any hue. Just place them on a color, and they'll make a copy of it for you. And in silk yet. But don't waste them. And please, don't drop them around here, okay?
Alright. Now let's go deal with the slippery slope.
Now that I've rescued your friends, will you help me cross?
Okay. Nay, no way. Nope, no, nay. Yeah, yep, uh-huh. Nay, nope. Yes, okay. No way. No way. No. Right here. Yep, yes. No.
That was fast. I've been practicing that.
Thank you very much.
I always wanted to go in there when I was a kid playing this game. I was like, wonder who lives in there. You know?
That's it. I'm out of here. If anyone needs me, I'll be
In my trailer. Poor Bags Buddy.
Hold still. It's tough enough aiming between the two of you. Oops.
That's it! That's it! I have had it! I quit!
Quit? Who said that?
I can't take this anymore. You know, there's gotta be a better gig than this. I'm out of here.
Why, you ungrateful. You can't quit. You're fired. And I quit. I should have never fired his 15 sister.
Damn. Need this. I was trying to find the mouse clicker there. I believe that's from Leisure Suit Larry.
Just wait your turn. I'll
That
call you when
music.
I'm ready for you. You can warm up anywhere, but just do it quietly. I've got people on stage already.
Warm up? Did you say warm up? It's not really that cold in here.
I'm laughing. What's your name?
Torin, but I don't have an act.
Neither do the rest of these clowns.
I'm looking for Licentia the Sorceress. Have you heard of her?
Nah, but she might be scheduled later. I got Zippy the Blind Magician coming up soon. Would he do?
Pardon me, ma'am.
Look, I don't care about your problems. I don't care if you got stage fright. I don't care if you need makeup. I'm real busy. I got your name right here on my list. Torin, Special Sauce. I'll summon you when it's time to go on.
Special sauce?
Indeed, Special Sauce. Talk to the carpenter.
Excuse me.
Yeah?
I'm looking for a sorceress.
I ain't her.
Game, why'd you do that?
I'm sorry to bother you, but do you know Licentia?
No, you didn't.
Huh?
You didn't send me. The Union of All sent me.
No. Licentia. She's a sorceress from around here, I think.
I never heard of her. Who are you? You that new musical saw play everybody's been raving about?
Musical saw? You can use a saw to make music?
Well, sometimes they make this one here sing a little.
Have you seen this saw player?
Nah, the only saw I saw is the saw I saw with.
I think we all saw that one coming.
Excuse me. I'm looking for someone, and no one's been able to help me. I was just wondering...
Shh! I'm recording.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is this better?
No, not really. Let me hit pause here. There. Now, what was it you were saying?
I'm Torin, and I'm seeking...
No use to whisper now, young man.
Oh, well, anyway, I'm Torin, and I'm trying to locate an evil sorceress named Lycentia.
Lycentia, eh? Oh, sure, I know her.
You do? Oh, I've asked darn near everybody on this planet, and you're the only one.
I'm probably one of the few who does know her. My hobby is recording rare voices, and hers is one of the rarest.
Then you know where I could find her?
Oh, you wouldn't want to. When I met her, I found her quite rude.
Rude? She's more than rude. She's unscrupulous, ruthless, unconscionable, immoral, unethical, unprincipled. She's...
Whoa, calm down. It doesn't matter.
Excuse me.
You can't get to her anyway.
What do you mean, can't get to her? You don't know how far I've come already. Why, I've survived capture in the jungle, vicious vultures, stinking skunks, lava, snails, slugs, you name it. Of course I'll get to her.
Very impressive. What is that accent? You see, young man, Lycentia was expelled from our world many years ago. Tossed into the null void she was, and never heard from again.
The null void? I've got to go after her.
That will be a problem. The void is so dangerous. All the entrances to it were sealed long ago.
You said you record voices. Have you recorded hers?
Why, yes.
Sorry, I just keep sipping on my drink and stuff.
Rarest treasures.
I'd love to have it.
Oh no!
Missing some of my
to
click
someone
cues
like
there.
Me,
That was my
there's
bad.
Nothing more valuable than a rare voice.
Oh, really? What if you had a voice rarer than Lycentia's?
What? Why, I don't think that's possible.
Oh, yeah? Do you have any recordings from the lands above?
Of course not. The last time those savages visited us, this Oddcrest technology was not even developed.
I am one of those savages.
What? You? Is it that accent? It's subtle, but I thought I detected something unusual in your voice.
What do you say? Trade a recording of Lycentia for a recording of a voice you may never hear again?
Well, a deal.
Okay. What do you want me to say?
Anything. Let me set up a clean crystal here. There. Ready when you are.
Test. Test. Is this on? Hello? My name is Torin, from the Farman Valley, near Crystal City, in the lands above. I've traveled through Escarpa, Pergola, and Esthenia to get to Tenebris for only one reason: to find the evil sorceress Lycentia, force her to free my parents and my friend Boogle, and in the process teach her a lesson.
That's enough. It's only a 10 meg crystal. Great. Now, let me find that Oddcrest with her voice. And here, I'll even throw in this old Christcorder so you can play it back.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, and good luck finding Licentia. Now, if you'll pardon me, I have work to do.
Okay. Put the crystal in the crystal corner. I'm going to talk to Zippy the Magnificent.
Excuse me, are you a magician?
Who? Where? Oh, me. Yes. Actually, I am a magician. Well, no. I'm not just any magician. As of yesterday morning, I'm Zippy the Magnificent. And who are you?
I'm Torin, of the lands above.
Well, Torin, would you like to see a trick?
Well, actually, I was going to ask you some questions.
Splendid. All right, here. Take this deck of cards. Cut it anywhere. Memorize the card. Got it? Good. Now hold the deck tightly between your two hands. Tighter. Don't let go. Remember your card?
Yes.
Now, if I could make your card appear from my sleeve, in spite of the fact that you're still holding that self-same card in your very own hands, would you be impressed?
Yeah, I guess.
Well, all I have to do is say the magic words, Ali McGraw, and presto. Here's your card.
That's not my card. That's a bouquet of flowers.
Oops. I knew that. Here, watch me make that disappear. All right, now let's see. Where was I? Oh, yes. If I could make your card appear from my sleeve, in spite of the fact that you're holding hands with that very same card, would you be impressed?
Yeah, I guess.
And here it is, right here.
No, that's not my card either.
Well, what did you have? A heart?
No, that's not even a card. That's a bird.
Yeah.
So it is. Get out of here. Oh, do I need a better act? Okay. Is this your card?
No, that's a book.
Well, I don't know where your card is. Maybe it's still there in your hands.
You know, at this point, I don't really care.
All right, then. Give me back my cards. You can keep your lousy 2 of diamonds.
Hey, that's right. That was my card.
Well, it's too late now to sweet-talk me. If only I had one good trick.
Alright. Let's go and put bags inside of this hat. Let's go and do that.
Hey, bags. Take a look at this.
Say, nice twigs.
Yeah, and look inside.
Whoa, whoa. Is that real silk?
I think so. It feels real to me.
You mind if I try it on?
No, not at all.
Oh, I love it, I love it. Oh, it's me. Oh, it's definitely me. What do you think?
Huh? Oh, yes. It's you. It's very you.
Oh, look. It's got a secret compartment, too.
It seems complete.
Room enough for a pool. Practice my breaststroke. I'll take it.
Now, wait a minute. We don't know if Zippy the Magnificent will accept you or not.
Accept me? Are you kidding? He's been wanting me to join him for years. But you should have seen the dump he offered me. He never had digs like these. Oh, yeah, he'll take me all right. He'd be a fool not to. See, I know the bees. Just wait. Wait till I tell the missus.
Okay, we'll do that.
You'll never guess what I got for you, Zippy.
You're right. Put it down so I can feel it.
It's a real top hat with a rabbit inside. You know, like in a real magic trick.
Let me see. Yes, but who's this?
It's me, Zippy. Biggs. Biggs Bunny. You remember me, don't you?
Yes. I thought you said you'd never work for me.
Well, that was before you offered me this fine silk-like top hat to live in. Man, what a hat like this. Even you should be able to do magic.
Hey, are you going to start this relationship off on a sour note?
Or step inside and I'll do the tricks.
Silly rabbit.
Tricks are for magicians. Oh God, I love that.
Grab your wand and let's practice.
Oh, that is a problem.
The old kids references, man.
Oh, no problem. Ask this Torin guy here to find it. What did it look like? Oops. Sorry.
I made this beautiful silk as a gift for you, Zippy.
Why, thank you. It feels lovely. So smooth. I just don't know what I'll do with it. Perhaps stuff it in my breast pocket. I don't know.
I was thinking you might use it to cover the rabbit inside your top hat.
Alright, let's see if we can finally get the saw from the carpenter. Hello, Juan. How are you doing today? Welcome on in. Okay, we got that.
Here you go, Zippy. I found your wand.
Oh, thank you, Torin. Say, this isn't my wand. What are you trying to pull here?
Nothing. I thought you needed a wand.
I do, but remember...
By the way, Shadow, are you still in chat right now?
Stupid.
Ma, what's the difference? Wand, schmand. Are you a magician or ain't you?
You're right. Thank you, Torin. This will do just fine.
You and Juan need to try and figure out a time for you guys to do the drop exchange stuff for Dark Souls 3.
You know, you've been so nice to me. Would you like this book of magic spells? It should get you past any sorcerers you find in these parts. Besides, I don't read that much anymore.
Thanks, Zippy.
I got you.
Good luck with your act.
Okay, we'll do another reload of the area. That's Phantasmagoria's theme song right there. There's the resin.
Mr. Torin. 1 minute, Mr. Torin. Mr. Torin. On stage in 1 minute, Mr. Torin.
Now let's go.
And now,
if you want to, you guys can talk about it in the chat while I play.
Above.
If you want to.
Where the peat moss groans in the light of 3 full moons, and those crystal mountains summon my heart home. Yes, the lands above are the place I'll always love, no matter through how many worlds I roam.
That's it, now come with me.
But officer, why, you have tears in your eyes. Are you from the lands above too?
No, I'm a musician. Now come with me, you're under arrest. What for? Impersonating a singer.
Oh no.
Torin, lands above, since you violated the probationary period I granted you, I have no choice but to sentence you to immediate ostracization from the world of Tenebris, into the null void with him.
Not the null void. Exactly where I want to go.
Here we are. Now you stand
Santa
over there.
Gingy. Oh, good.
Hey! Good riddance, plant crusher.
How can I just float in midair like this? Oh, I get it. In the very center of the planet, gravity pulls equally from all directions. But how can I move? There's nothing to grab onto.
Alright, let's go ahead and do this. Okay.
Dear. To come here. To come here.
Gets this.
Not welcome here. To come here. To creep. 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 Come here.
No closer.
To creep. Come here. 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 To creep. Come here.
And we'll play this regularly, so I'm not going to do like the special death for Owlo's voice and stuff like that. I've done it too many times.
Come here.
I'll play it regularly for today.
To creep. Come here. To creep. Come here. To creep. Come here. To creep.
What the?
Anime. Darth Vader. Yoda. There's Owlo right there. I don't know who that is though. Magic book spells.
What? You dare enter my home and attempt your little magic spells on me? Foolish boy.
By the way, Shadow, can you let me know who is live streaming right now? We might do a raid after this.
The collar.
Be cool if our new VTuber friend Dainty was streaming.
Who else could remove the collar? How do you know my name? I was your nanny. Nanny? I saved your life the night your parents were murdered.
Murdered? No! How could you?
I thought you had them in a magic spell. No, Torin. The Farmans are safe. But they're not your real parents. Your real parents were the king and queen of the lands above.
Would you mind retyping her name in chat so I can remember how to spell it, please?
That's right. You're the next king.
No,
I gotta get this ending real
I'm
quick.
the next king. You should have died in your cradle that night, little nephew. After searching for you all these years, you won't escape me now. I killed your parents. And now I'll kill you.
Oh no, murder! Thank you.
One step closer, boy, and I'll finish her.
No, don't! Licentia! Licentia, are you okay? That was close. I thought he had you there for a second. Hey, Licentia! But the lava...
Oh, Torin. That's not lava. That's Dreep's supper dish.
What about my parents and Boogle?
Of course. Torin, I think it's time for all of us to go back home, to the lands above.
Torin, where's my tools? From town, remember?
Son, who's this lady? And is she gonna stay for dinner?
Mom, Dad. Oh, it's great to be home again. Oh.
Alright, and there we go. There's Torin's Passage from 1995.